New words in action, number 1. Here we go, and today we're starting off a little new because there are 2 categories in this, abbreviations and cyber words. Unfortunately, abbreviations are only 7 words. Everything else, the rest of the 53, they're all cyber. So we're gonna do 7 words today, and hope you don't mind. First off, we have these abbreviations, my favorites to be honest, like be right back, ICYMI, OTP, TTYL, XLNT, YOLO. Hey, thanks, bye. Yeah, this one is my favorite. The only one that I really expected to be here is GTG, got to go. And my favorite variation is GTGF, gotta go fast. Worst Sonic drawing ever, I know. First off, we have BRB, be right back. This just stands for the occasional be right back, and you only use this obviously in texting times. And yeah, this is the time. In another way, it's the same as the words AFK. AFK meaning away from keyboard, and to be honest, that's what be right back is. And this is kind of outdated. This was created in 2016. Apparently, correction, 2015. It's over 10 years old now, this book. So take all these with a little grain of salt. Got it? I couldn't find the most updated version. But seriously though, nowadays, instead of BRB, some of us just use AFK. Probably for obvious reasons. We're all these kinds of people. Got it? But here's the example comic. Did Mr. P say we need to bring book A or B for the field trip? Insert your own book titles in book A and B. I'll check, be right back. You ruined my painting. Yeah, she was going to come back right back anyway. Alright, and next we have these words. ICYMI. ICYMI, I actually don't think this is common nowadays, to be honest. I saw this in like the olden days when I was young, when I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. But at the time when people use this frequently, it means in case you missed it. In case you missed it. Like, in case you missed this project, or in case you missed the water station, here's some water, or in case you missed it, you can have some like gas, etc., etc. I've already finished part 1 of the project, ICYMI, or otherwise known as in case you missed it. Here's a link to download my file. Cool. And ICYMI, in case you missed it, here's the project outline again. Your part needs to be done by tomorrow. Right. And ICYMI, here's the link to that video that you have to watch before you work on your part. Chill. In case you missed it, this is what I uploaded yesterday. Yeah, she's just probably freaked out. My hamster is funny, right? I guess she just used the ICYMI against her. Wow. I mean, to be honest, I'm just gonna comment on this a little bit. I feel like I'm more like this person because, well, everyone else is like chilling and doing this. Well, I want to do this too, but everyone else gets their parents' approval and does this. I'm doing this because I want to be a responsible kid, and technically, parents are always the kind of issues. What happens? How do you get your kids who'd rather spend their time watching YouTube on the couch, like a couch potato, to do some extracurricular physical activities? You force them. But seriously, the ICYMI means in case you missed it. Pretty sure you don't use that much anymore. And here, this is another one of my favorites, to be honest. This one is K Thanks Bye. And albeit, well, from what I've seen, people usually abbreviate thanks to THX nowadays, but it's just from me and my friends, so we don't know about everyone else. We're not the ones who created this language stuff. K Thanks Bye. K Thanks Bye literally means okay, thank you, bye bye. I mean, that's kind of obvious, don't you think? And this is usually a sarcastic way to say bye-bye. Like, you're all like, okay, thanks, bye. It's a sarcastic way that you can end a conversation. Like, look at this. This kid got, like, what is that? 43? Or 45 on it? And, okay, 45 on the test. And he's all like, I can't believe I scored full marks on the test. Okay, thanks, bye. Very sarcastic, too. Alright, and next up we have OTP. OTP is one true pairing. This is usually a term, I still see this around the internet nowadays. This is usually a term for when people talk about their ships, about people, like some people ship, one of the most common examples. At least this is my own favorite one. Star and Marco, you get Starco. This is one of those OTPs, and this will actually become canon. And then we have Luz and Amity from Lumity. This is pretty much from the Owl House. Dipsifica, like Dipper Pines and Pacifica Northwest from Gravity Falls. Honestly, I'm not into this myself. I'm not into this much, but you gotta notice. You gotta notice if you watch those shows a lot. And there are several other ships that happen around the world as well too. But to be honest, OTPs don't really need ship names, and all they need is just to be an OTP. People usually love it when their OTPs become canon. Some people hated their OTPs become canon because, well, they said it took too long. It took too long, yeah. And then they only showed it for like 3 episodes. But to be honest, other than that, there's nothing else to talk about it. Next up, we have TTYL. TTYL is an abbreviation of talk to you later. Yeah, talk to you later. That's the best you could do. Like, not even TTYL, like, tell you later. I could probably think of a better one. Like, TYL. Oh, wait, that's worse. Regardless of whatever you use, TTYL it just means talk to you later. I rarely see this in internet conversations, probably because I'm not even in an American country, but it's still useful to know all this. Though, and that's all I can say. Did you watch TV last night? My OTP broke up. Really? Have you finished your homework? TTYL, gotta finish my homework. Lol. This is so much like the average Asian mother. Also, I think it's a direct continuation of this comic. Haven't you noticed that already? Haven't you noticed that somewhere? Alright, and then we have this YOLO. Not YOLO, or some people pronounce it as YOLO. It just basically means you only live once. Like, this is usually a pretty popular hashtag as well too. Hashtag YOLO. Or like, you do dangerous stunts. And people are like, why did you do that? And they're like, hashtag YOLO. Hashtag you only live once. Hashtag you only live once. Yeah, that kind of thing. It's ridiculous, to be honest. Sorry to hear about your leg, Natalie. Yeah, it was crazy going to get the band's pictures. How'd you break your leg? I fell down the stairs. Yikes. I didn't get to take the band's picture. But I got something better. They gave you a special backstage pass to meet the band. Okay, apparently I showed you the excellent comic. Here is the YOLO comic. Scissors, paper, stone. Eat, eat, eat. Come on, you lost. Alright, YOLO. Oomph. I wonder what they put in that thing anyway. It's chili pepper? Oof, it is chili pepper. Alright, time to go back to this comic. I know I already explained this comic to you. Please do not cancel me for misordering the pictures. Seriously, excellent. Excellent. Like, try to read this fast. Excellent. It just means excellent. Got it? This is excellent. Food Hero is excellent, that kind of thing. And this person getting the ticket for the backstage pass, that's excellent as well. Very excellent. I know I frequently mess up in my videos. My brain's a mess right now. Alright, and back to the abbreviations, and that's it. Next time, we'll be starting off with our cyber category. Our abbreviations category is now over. Really love this though. A few worthy mentions I can think of before we can go back. Got to go. I already said it earlier, didn't I? LOL, or a variation of it, LMAO. LOL being laugh out loud. Also, some people pronounce it as LOL. I'm one of those people. And LMAO, or LMAO, laugh my censored word off. To be honest, I think it's better to do this, but LMAO just has a nice ring to it. Basically, the A is another word for but. Next time, we'll be starting with these searching words. We'll be doing searching next time to compensate for the 3 words that we lacked. And until then, Shihona, peace. Bye-bye.